Yeah, I think it should, but not in the way that people probably think, where it's like you sit down on at 4 p.m. on a Thursday and go, right, let's talk about finances. I think it should just be embedded into every area of the curriculum. So I think in maths, rather than talking about cosine and Pythagoras theory, they might be useful, and I'm sure there'll be someone in the comments going, I use it every day. Most people don't, mate. Most people don't. What they should do instead is go, okay, we're going to talk about compound interest, or we're going to talk about this area of mathematics in the context of the stock market. Do you know what I mean? It could embed into every aspect. History could teach about the history of finance. You know, why does it need to be American history or like British history? Why can't we just make finance part of the curriculum and feed it into every area? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, sounds great in theory, but then you're going to have to educate all the different teachers about finance in all the different areas.
I'm pretty sure they're just reading off a book anyway. So, I mean, they just like, okay, what are we learning about today? I mean, another example for, cooking, okay? I think everyone should be taught how to cook 5 or 6 meals. And instead of just going, here's a home economics or whatever the class was called, cook a bolognese, they should go, okay, we're all going to the supermarket. You've all got £10 and you've all got to buy the ingredients. And what will happen is the kids will then see, okay, well, I can't buy everything if I try and get the nicest tomatoes and the nicest mushrooms and the nicest or whatever, people are going to be like, he puts mushrooms in his bolognese.
Wrong.
Yeah. Put mushrooms in everything. They're going to see about budgeting and stuff then. Why can't they have that? Like, why can't the school trip be to the supermarket, instead of some mad stately home or whatever we used to do,
I think there should also be like, instead of history, there should be a current affairs or future class. So like you learn about iPads or AI or technology or the latest in Bitcoin or
them iPads are the future.
Hey, these iPads are solid.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, things are like a bit more relevant to our learning about the Battle of Hastings doesn't really help you in like an AI world or in like how to invest in things like that. So.
I think it's important that we have all of that, and I don't want to, diminish its importance to learn about the past ultimately. But I do think as well that we could easily replace certain elements of it with stuff that then translates into people making better financial decisions. If we normalise talking about money within schools, then people would feel more comfortable talking about it at home. And I don't think we should carve out a chunk of the week where we go, okay, we'll do it here, because what ends up happening is people have 2 classes a year on finance mashed together with sex, and they go, no, they know about life now. They know how to put a condom on and they know what a credit card is. Like, that's it, isn't it?
But you don't think it could be a whole course, like a whole English, maths, finance?
Yes.
Because it's the most important thing you could learn in school.
Of course it could be, but I think a better way to do it in a way that's more accepted is to just embed it into the curriculum and make it part of the learning process, rather than, because there's so many areas to personal finance and stuff. That I think it could fall into different camps. I don't know. I think if you try and convince schools that they should take a chunk of time out to teach about it, it will end up being like a showpiece class once a year or whatever that doesn't actually achieve the things. I think maths has a lot to answer for here.
Yeah, that's true.
You're teaching.
It'll be easy to make it more related to finance.
I can't see how teaching kids how to work out sides of triangles is more important than teaching them about how to, what compound interest is and how that can impact them in both ways. Again, people are going to argue in the comments about the importance. And I think the education's argument would be, we're here to show people how to learn, to make them curious so they go out there in the world and, they have a capacity to learn. I think we could do both at the same time. If you're looking to kickstart a new financial habit this year, we've put together a 2-pager that shows you 80% of everything you need to know about your personal finances. It's completely free and you can get a link to it in the description. T read it, didn't you? You just did fuck all.